How many of them have joined now?
We have 24, sir. It's counting right now.
24.
Going up. Yeah. We will just wait for up to 6:30 and then we'll jump.
Okay.
Sir, hope I'm audible.
Yes, perfectly all right.
योगेश sir, audible है?
हाँ जी, हाँ जी.
हाँ, ठीक है. So we'll follow a simple chronology. I think everybody is on the view. So पहले I'm just going to display the first two slides. Then Dev sir का presentation we will just run through. After that आप आएंगे और लास्ट में हमारा ये ऑक्सीजन ऑटोमेटिक का माइक्रो डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन का रहेगा. After that it is open, so we will try to wrap it up by 7:15, and then it is open for Q&A sessions.
Okay.
We expect around 15-20 minutes to maximum half an hour of Q&A, and we'll have to unmute people or we'll have to take their questions from the chat box.
Okay.
We just wait till 1 more minute and then we start off.
Yeah, sure. I have my own slides, and during that I'll show my slides. So do I have to share that PPT to you? Will that be, or we will share? We will share.
We will try sharing it from your screen. In case it is not shareable, आप मेरे को दे देना. I will share it. आप WhatsApp पे drop कर देना मेरे को.
Saket, can you hear me? Saket? No, he's not audible. Let me call him. Let me share. Okay. I'll share.
आप WhatsApp पे डाल रहे हैं सर मेरे को?
WhatsApp पे डालूँ ना? Yeah.
हाँ, WhatsApp पे आप डाल दीजिए तो I'll download it.
2 minutes. बस कर रहा हूँ.
No issue. No issue. आप पहले डाल दीजिए. मैं अभी डाउनलोड नहीं कर पाऊंगा. The moment your presentation comes in after Dev sir's presentation, then we will take it up.
कोई बात नहीं. No problem.
Yeah, Kunal has raised a hand. Kunal, bolo. Anything that is important, we can take it as a part of the Q&A session. Gentlemen, I guess everybody is waiting for, so we will start off with immediate effect. Hi, everybody. Good evening and welcome to the E-Oxygen Automotive Wednesday webinars. This is a regular marketing property of E-Oxygen Automotive Private Limited. It is primarily focused on manufacturers, users, and last mile connect operators to be brought together. A little bit about E-Oxygen Automotive. We are India's first on-site EV service repair and maintenance company, and we do it on-site. I welcome Dev Mukherjee sir, who is Managing Director of Omega CK, and Shri Yogesh Lath, who is from Shima Solar and Electric Private Limited. Dev sir has been a veteran as far as the automobile industry is concerned, and Yogesh ji is a young entrepreneur from a small town state called Orissa. Typically not a great manufacturing hub, but nonetheless he's been brave enough to put it. He's been into this business for the last 4.5 years. So let's jump into our Wednesday webinar. Just a second. So today we will be going through a presentation where we will first be introducing Dev sir. Dev sir will give a small presentation about the vehicles that Omega CK Mobility Private Limited has introduced to the Indian market, the segments that it is there, as well as how it can be utilized. What are sir's plans for marketing, that we will take up in the Q&A session. Thereafter, it will be followed by Yogesh ji's presentation about the products that Yogesh ji has been selling into the market. It will be followed by an E-Oxygen Automotive Private Limited presentation focused on what we plan to do as far as the last mile connect is concerned. So we will just open Dev sir's presentation, and so visible on screen. Over to you, Dev sir. You just need to give me the and yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Sujay. Thank you very much for having me on this webinar today. And good evening, Yogesh and Hari. It's great to be part of this session today. So the presentation that I'm going to make is on empowering rural youth through micro distribution of electric vehicles. Basically, just to set the context right, we see, and personally, I am a firm believer that electric vehicle is not just a transition from IC engine to electric mode of mobility. It is much more than that. It is, to me, it is a movement. And I do see a lot of social and socio-economic linkages to this whole transition that is happening. And as we go along, as the scale comes, it will happen more and more. Electric vehicle will be a vehicle for change. It will be a vehicle for progress and development, particularly in rural India. So these are my views, which I will be presenting now in this short presentation. And I will be happy to answer questions if there are any. Next slide, please. So basically, as you know, government has come out with many schemes, related to Atmanirbhar Bharat. I'm not going anything political here. It is just a business related presentation. But what I am saying is there are government schemes where there is one of them is PM Street Vendors Atmanirbhar Nidhi scheme, where small loans up to 10,000, 20,000 rupees are awarded to the the street vendors, the people who sell their goods and wares on the street. So it is something which empowers the street vendors, to sell their goods. Next slide, please. So as far as Omega is concerned, we started on our journey in the electric vehicle space somewhere around 2020. After doing a lot of research and development, and our first vehicle was Rage Plus, which is now in the market. This is an electric three-wheeler, and we are now placed quite well with most of the e-commerce companies and doing the last mile ourselves, as well as through our various mobility partners. We have also launched a refrigerated vehicle. This is the first vehicle in India which is on the electric vehicle platform. And you can maintain a temperature of 4 to 8 degrees using this reefer vehicle. So this is an ideal solution for the milk, dairy segment, food segment, perishable goods and vegetables, etc. As we know, in India there is a colossal amount of food and produce which gets wasted. So we want to position it in the food and vegetable segment as the last mile delivery. And apart from that, our scooters are coming in the market in next 2 months, and these are going to be in high speed segment. And then passenger, etc., will be in the market. So we have the full stack of solutions from two-wheeler, three-wheeler, four-wheeler, and special products like the refrigerated vehicle. Now let's see how the vehicle compares in terms of technicalities. This is a L5 category vehicle, and we have a 6 kilowatt motor. We have a lithium ion battery, and also for rural India where people can use it, and I will explain in my next slides, how it can be a business earner for street vendors and small entrepreneurs. There we can even go for a cheaper option of lead acid battery, where you don't need to go for higher mileage and higher capacity of the battery. So this is the picture you see is one of our vehicle, which is the open box model of Rage Plus. Next slide, please. So basically, when we talk about micro distribution, we are targeting the rural part of India, and which is a, like we say, the bottom of the pyramid. It is a huge opportunity. And the aim or our vision is to give an opportunity to rural youth to skill up into high technology manufacturing and usage of these vehicles. The vehicle will be business enabler for them to set up their businesses. So we are looking at hundreds and thousands and maybe millions of entrepreneurs, self-employed youth. So objectives are empower youth, especially women, equitable societies, self-reliant rural India, and high quality products for this part of the pyramid. Many times, many companies feel that the bottom of the pyramid means the lower quality of vehicle, but that's not true. There have been many research papers and work has been done by several economists, and it proves that this is a high quality demanding market. And obviously our main objective is to skill up the talented rural youth and use technology for all of these. This is where our partner E-Oxygen comes in. They have a big reach into several parts of India, and they have the bandwidth, they have the resources to train such youth, educated youth, and train them, skill them into these high quality, high technology products like electric vehicle. So this is just a snapshot of how we see a micro distribution of electric vehicles. When we talk of micro distribution, we are talking about, at a mass scale, making the vehicles available to them through mass availability of credit, which is a issue today. So how to do it, I will just go into next slide, and we can talk about it. So this is just a split of the India, the population. There are, in terms of villages, like it is said, India lives in villages. I think that is perfectly visible here. There are 6 lakh villages in India with population ranging from 500 to 2000. This constitutes 65% of the entire population. So this is where the market lies for, for any consumer goods or products. So the urban market is just about 35%, and we are targeting the bottom of the pyramid, as we say here. So this is our target, to empower the people and make the technology and the products available to them. Next slide, please. So now the question comes, what are the problems and what is our solution to them? See, every business has to address a problem. So the problems that we summarized are that, rural youth migrates to city for employment. It is a well-known fact that cities like Delhi, Mumbai, and Bangalore, Hyderabad, they are constantly see an influx of people from the rural part of the country. So our solution is we are providing them self-owned businesses in villages itself, so that they will not feel a need to go to cities. Then youth in villages have very few business opportunities. So the solution is we are focusing on highly scalable businesses like food and food products, logistics, batteries, IT, etc. These are some of the segments that we identified based on our database, that rural India and spends, maximum amount of their spend is on food and food products. Now coming to the how to make the vehicle available, and this is where, as I said, we partner with e-Oxygen to reach the customer targeted in the rural part of the India. Microfinancing is our answer. The problem is low access to financing. So we will arrange financing to low credit rating individuals who do not have the required documents or do not have a very or high credit worthiness, etc. But there is a large mass available there. So this is essentially the focus or the target of microfinancing. Now, second is obviously the financing at a high cost of capital. This is a known fact, even not only rural India, but here, everywhere we face a high cost. So we have some specially designed products where we can customize it to the user's profile and see that how he is able to pay, maybe a weekly basis, daily basis, or whatever, out of the earnings that he has through his business. So the whole model is hand-holding, growing his business, and training him so that the loan is easily repayable. It doesn't become NPA. And we have some flexible payment schemes. So these are all customized products. It's not just a typical money lending product that we generally have from banks or other lending institutions. So the whole philosophy is to empower the people and create opportunities. And youth training and skilling, this is where e-Oxygen is going to play a major role through community mobilization, training and certification, and placement support and settlement. So this is where we will make a large pool of resources, skilled people, employable, whether in cities or rural India itself. The opportunities will be created if the youth of the rural India is available and they are employable, whether they work in on their own, they set up their own small businesses, or they work in factories, or they work in shops or offices or services. So what I'm saying is that electric vehicle will become a business enabler to a very large pool of talented youth. Next slide, please. So as I said, the special focus is on women empowerment. As we know, the women empowerment is a multiplier effect. When you empower or give an economic empowerment to women, there are several studies which have shown that it has a multiplier impact in the whole society. So there is a scheme that we branded it as Mera Rozgar, and we are going to employ and train women in not only the handicrafts, etc., but high technology areas like IT, etc. Next slide, please. So some of the segments which we feel that which we will be targeting are food, as I mentioned, then clothes, garment, textile, automotive, then education, and others like repair shops and multi-purpose usage of electric vehicles. See, all these segments have been modeled around the usage of electric vehicle. So in a way, the electric vehicle, whether it is two-wheeler, three-wheeler, or four-wheeler, it becomes a business enabler to these people. And then the whole supply chain is set up. The user of the vehicle, then the repair shops, the spare parts, the whole logistic chain, and the people associated with such a large supply chain will be skilled and trained by e-Oxygen. Next, please. This picture shows a small, example of how the electric vehicle adds value to a business. You see, a hand-pushed cart can be converted into an electric vehicle cart, food and vegetable, a vendor, and it becomes a very presentable and organized shop instead of a hand-pushed thela. And it is very easy and user-friendly too. So this is the whole aim. You make the you increase the value of the product, using the electric vehicle. That's the whole aim here. Next, please. Yeah, similarly, again, you see some of the examples of food carts and, vegetable vending examples here. Next, please. So overall, if we see as I said, the electric vehicle is a movement having social, economical, political, and technological impact. And these are all, we see a very high impact under all these, categories. Economically, obviously, when the self-employed youth, starts his own entrepreneurial journey, he will give employment to several other people. So that is how it multiplies, and it has a very strong social impact. And we see a strong political, technological impact. It is a impact. The whole business model is created around using technology. And it is the same technology that we are deploying in cities or high-end market. It is the same technology we are bringing to the rural markets using the network of e-Oxygen as our partners. Yeah. Last slide, please. Yeah. Again, this is what I have summarized here. We are working with the e-Oxygen Automotive to pioneer the micro distribution model of electric vehicles in the country. And we have, allocated funds, and we will do some pilot projects, and then we will expand into many other parts of the country. We are also in touch with some state governments where we have received a very favorable feedback to launch this project. And our electric vehicles will be utilized to set up small businesses by youth, and thereby becoming entrepreneurs. It is like an empowering, vehicle. So obviously they will have less motivation to rush to cities, etc., for job opportunities. So this is what I wanted to present from my side, and we are very optimistic, and with the support of e-Oxygen, we can scale it up in a big way in a short period of time. So let's dream big, let's dream together. Thank you very much.
Sir, thank you very much. Thank you for a very powerful presentation that has been delivered by Dev sir. So we would be going across to Yogesh sir. Yogesh sir is from Shima Solar and Electric. So just give me a couple of minutes. There we are.
Shall we start?
Yes, sir. Please, please.
First thing, hello everyone. It's being a great opportunity that I have got today to present myself and about my product that we are manufacturing right now. And I really thankful Mr. Sujay that he has created such a good platform where we can present our things, and we can understand about our products to people to whom we cannot reach easily. So I will just start about the presentation. These are the first four models right now we have been selling in the market. I will just try to explain this product one by one of about this. Sir, can you go with the third page? Third page. Yeah, this is a Model Fly. Yeah, it's okay, no problem. Yeah, this is our Model Fly, and this was the first model which we produced when we started this company. Can you just go to the next slide? Here you can see that this model was launched actually. Sorry. Hello. So this.
Yeah, it's okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
This model was launched for a purpose of utility, and since this is a little mid-size, it's a very good having a very good utility for the ladies and for children who are going to schools, and moreover, it's having a very good opportunity for delivery purpose. See, you can see that the battery placement and the space which we have, it can be used as a detachable battery system, where in logistics the persons who want for a long range, they can use a bigger capacity with a detachable facility. So this bikes looks a little smaller, but it has a very good capacity of 100 kg load. It can take on the footrest and on the back carrier side. So this is the first product we launch, and that was very much appreciated also. And this is the MRP we have given over here. What is the MRP for the lithium price? And please go to second slide, the next one. This is our model Eagle, where we can say this is the highest selling model right now. We sell in north, and we sell in eastern part. And here we have the range. Why we have called this Eagle family is because it starts from one is the price range, and one is the from the point of kilometer, from the range anxiety, from 65 kilometer to 160 kilometer. We have developed this product. On the right side below corner, you can see that this has a two double battery which we have designed. The chassis has designed for taking for for two batteries of 3.3 kilowatt, which gives a range of 160 kilometer. So this is all developed here in India, and based on the requirement of the customers, we try to develop as per their requirement. Next slide. Here you can see that the first picture, the long battery, what we are using. On the second battery, second picture, right side, you can see again we have made a new chassis based on the B2B requirement. Where they need the battery, and they want to lock the chassis cover so that battery cannot be theft. So this is again a new design which we have developed, and we are giving this to our B2B customers. Next slide. So this is again you can say it's a eagle model only, but it has a tricycle for the basically it's for the physically disabled people, and also for the people who are old enough and not able to balance the bike. They can use this. So this is also one of the utility, and here also it can be used for the deliveries. Suppose if it is a physically disabled also, and then also he can earn with this bike. He can use this, and he can go for his earning also. This is also one model that we thought of, and we are already selling in the market. Next slide, sir. Now this is the cheapest model we can say that we are selling in the in India market. And again, this is a low price segment. What we have bought in it has a lead acid and a lithium both, because in many cities and all, the people prefer lead acid rather than lithium. So it has both the variant. Next slide, sir. And again, this Zoom has a detachable system. You can detach the battery. That is not an issue. This is one of the major concerns we have got, and we got many feedbacks from our customer that they want a detachable. So we changed this to detachable system, so that 25 Ah battery with a 60-65 kilometer range, a person on living on the on apartments, they can easily use it and charge it. That there will not be any problem. Next, sir. Next slide. Now this is where we expertise. This is our model called Tough. This is completely, you can say it's a make in India. Right now, definitely the motor controller is coming from China only, but 85% parts are all from India only. Can you go to the next slide, sir? And here again, you can see on the right side below, you can use two batteries of 25 Ah. Means it can you can fix a 2.5 kilowatt battery with a detachable system. And this is one of the best selling product in B2B market that we are selling right now. due to the reason it can take a load of 150 kg excluding driver. So if you add the driver, it comes to around 200 220 kg, and it has a very good since it's a steel frame and there is very less plastic body is used. The cost of maintenance is very less, and again you can say that due to this and the loading capacity and everything, means it's a good performance bike for the deliveries. Can you go to the next slide, sir? So here you can see the Tough is having five, six multiple colors we have made, and this all colors are being produced on the order basis. In general, we supply black color only to all our customers, and some customers of B2B, they have a particular color, so we give them as per their color requirement we sell. Next slide, sir. And now this is a model board which we have not yet launched, and soon from the next month we are going to launch. And this is a premium category bike, you can say, and it has a 1.8 kilowatt battery, which can go up to a range of 100 kilometer, and which is GPS enabled, and it's a really very fancy bike which we have we are rolling out right now. And this is again, it will be a premium segment bike which we are going to give through very limited dealerships and to the people we are giving right now. Next, sir. So this is what I have, the product which I have already explained you, and we try to concentrate ourselves on make in India more of, rather than anything importing directly. We are developing, and we are developing another 2 more models for the high speed, which is 100% make in India. Not even a single components will be used from or will be imported. This is the target we are achieving right now. And since E-Oxygen, we have joined with E-Oxygen, and E-Oxygen is a partner. We have got a great opportunity here to penetrate rural areas and in micro areas where we are not able to reach. With the association of E-Oxygen, I think so we can penetrate in a very well manner. And selling is not a big deal. Here we want to concentrate for the spares and service, which we expertise, and where we can tell our customer that space and service are something that is important to us, other than more of selling the bikes. So I really thankful to Mr. Sujay for bringing us here and giving a presentation on our products. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for a fairly good presentation that you given across. So the last presentation, and then we will go for a Q&A session, because I can see a lot of questions coming up on the chat. So quickly, I will try to say, sir, so Dev sir has given his presentation. As we can see, he has highlighted some major points. And Yogesh sir has also conveyed the same thing. But as we know that ये बहुत nascent है. We are at a very early stage. We are trying to replace the entire ICE या petrol diesel वाला market completely into a switchover to electric driven market. Though this technology has been a 100-year-old technology, but the battery technology has changed significantly. अब हम यहाँ पे micro franchising का बात कर रहे हैं. We are talking about micro franchising. Now, what exactly is micro franchising all about? If you look at the entire market, especially the pandemic wave that we've gone, and the sheer amount of load that has come onto individual finances and cash and capital which is scarce, we have converted this entire activity into a micro distribution franchisee, which means if you want to tie up with Omega Seiki or you want to tie up with Yogesh sir, we will be focusing, or we will work as an intermediary. And as you see at the bottom part of this slide, which is essentially servicing, शायद आपके मोबाइल पे दिख नहीं रहा होगा, I will just reiterate, it is servicing, spares, electric vehicle sales, training and franchising. Now this is a very, very potent and powerful tool. Typically if you want to tap with either Omega Seiki or with Yogesh Latkar, you need to have at least 15 to 20 lakhs in your pocket. Less than that, it is not a viable proposition from either side. Now, this is where e-oxygen is coming to play a role. You know, what we are doing, we are basically saying services come first. कम वॉट में सर्विसिंग अगर नहीं है तो आप बेचना बेकार है, बिकॉज कस्टमर आपका हमेशा नाराज रहेगा. To ensure that customer is not unhappy, we have targeted what we call as an independent service and sales associate, and we are searching for franchising for that. You know, a service sales associate is a guy who services first. He also utilizes his model for booking sales. So it is an easy entry model for EV industry because we have designed it as an inventory-free model. Okay, when I say inventory-free model, this is essentially, guys, am I audible? If there is an issue, you can let me know. Can anybody give me?
Perfectly all right. This is perfectly all right.
Yeah. So a service associate provides servicing assistance for, primarily we are targeting corporate partners, which is last mile connectivity providers. But we will go to the retail guy also because this ecosystem as on date doesn't exist. आज अगर आप घर के बाहर जाओगे आपको एक हीरो का, मारुति का, बजाज का मैकेनिक मिल जाएगा जो पेट्रोल की गाड़ी बनाता है. बट इफ यू वांट टू सर्च फॉर इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल मेंटेनेंस गाय, यू विल नॉट फाइंड दैट ecosystem existing. You have to go to the OEM only, and you are held up by whatever they provide. So whatever we find that this servicing part is held up because mechanics are not trained, and that is what we are dedicated to. Now our franchisee, as and when he comes on board, his first objective is to catch hold of all the roadside mechanics, convert or give him the challenge whether he is interested in electric. मैंने जितने भी लोगों को किया है, मैं दिल्ली में काम करता आया हूँ 2018 एंड से या 2019 एंड से आप बोल लीजिए. I have not found a single mechanic who says no. All those whom I have approached, they have said yes. Today we work with at least 16 or 17 odd mechanics. They were petrol mechanics. They work not full time. They are working part time along with us, which is on a need to know basis or case of deployment basis. And these are trained by us. They are on a regular connect. The part or the inventory for support, etc., are provided by us. A franchisee, as soon as he signs up, first of all undergoes a own training for his own self, and then he is required in a target within a quarter to at least train between 10 to 15 roadside mechanics who work as his extended arms. These are not people who are working on a permanent basis. These are people who work on a केस टू केस बेसिस. आपके पास गाड़ी आई तो आप उनको भेजेंगे. हमारे पास प्रॉपर एक बिजनेस मॉडल है जिसको हम एंगेज करते हैं. ठीक है ना. पार्ट्स ट्रेडिंग, ना दिस इज द मोस्ट क्रिटिकल part. EVs today, as we understand, are primarily China dominated market, but Indian companies are gradually coming up and engaging now. So as you can see in the screen, आपको एक मोटर दिख रही होगी, कंट्रोलर दिख रहा होगा, बैटरी दिख रही होगी, स्पीड एक्सेलरेटर दिख रहा होगा, और राइट साइड में छोटे पार्ट्स दिख रहे होंगे, प्लस टॉप में चेन दिख रही होगी आपको ब्लैक कलर की. Now e-oxygen is dedicated. We will actually go about trying to procure it, and this is brand agnostic. It is not dependent on brand. हमारे पास हाँ कुछ स्पेशल ब्रांड का अगर बात है तो अलग है. सो हमारे फ्रेंचाइजीज को हम एक स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड एंगेजमेंट मॉडल दे रहे हैं. आपको अगर स्टॉक करना है आप कर सकते हो, लेकिन पहले धंधा सीखो. ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम ऑब्वियसली यू विल रिक्वायर टू स्टॉक इट, बट टुडे वी आर फोकसिंग, you just learn the business. We will ship it to you from Delhi on a back-to-back basis. आपके पास क्लाइंट है, आप शिप करिए, या आप शुरुआत में थोड़ा बहुत स्टॉक रखिए, जो कि टिपिकली आपका 50-60 हजार से 1 लाख रुपए तक से ज्यादा नहीं होगा. See, the second area that we've identified is retrofitment of electric vehicle. This is a significant chunk, though it has to be challenged. It has go through a proper legally recognized retrofitting company. As on date, it is still coming in a gray area because it is not clearly defined whether retrofitting is allowed or not as per CMVR. There are certain challenges with the brands also. So when we talk about retrofitting, we are going only through legal kits. Now, what is a legal kit? It has to be homologated kit, formally approved with the brands. We typically recommend that. Technically, आप कोई भी मोटर कंट्रोलर लेके आप स्कूटर में, बाइक में अगर प्रॉपरली एंगेज और कनेक्ट करते हो तो गाड़ी चल जाती है. but that is not our objective. If you look at the number of two-wheelers, petrol only on road, which is bikes and scooters, you have a total population of over 1.7 crore two-wheelers. These are waiting to be retrofitted. Please remember, petrol is at 100. I don't visualize that it will come down anytime soon. ये ऊपर ही जाने वाला. बिजली के comparison में in electricity, your actual mileage, if you see, is much lower. It is significantly lower. But I mean, 1 unit of electricity cost only 10 rupees. It gives you a mileage on a two-wheeler typically 45 to 50 kilometers. 45 to 50 kilometers roughly is 100 rupees as far as a two-wheeler is concerned, like a Honda or a Access. So retrofitting obviously is a big market, but nonetheless, Indian mentality focuses more on new products. So this is what we are saying. You as a partner can book EV sales also. Today, as we talk, we have 8 brands. हमारे पास 8 brands हैं, 32 model, 32 models starting from high-speed two-wheelers, which are actively under servicing in Delhi NCR. Delhi NCR, we have a team of around 17 people. These are not fully on our payroll. They are on a need-to-know basis, and we want to target and get at least 1,000 franchises in the next 2 quarters. Plus, every franchisee should have 7 to 8 mechanics under his control. So we're looking at a team force of 7 to 8,000 people by this November. क्योंकि उतना बड़ा टारगेट मार्केट है हमारे लिए, उसको हम सपोर्ट करने के लिए तैयार हैं. ठीक है. This includes high-speed homologated electric scooters. It includes L5 three-wheelers and L3 three-wheelers. At present, we are in Delhi NCR as well as Pune. We are expanding through our franchising network. We also deploy these vehicles into the EV fleet owners. So anybody who has funding, who wants startups, as you can see from Dev sir's discussion, that they are already organizing for finances. So our job as E-Oxygen Automotive is to provide essentially the longevity of the vehicles through servicing. उसके लिए ट्रेनिंग करना है, हम वो भी करेंगे, और साथ में हम फैसिलिटेट करेंगे in such a manner that operator's job, which is primarily to operate these vehicles, is done. We are also marketing for last mile e-commerce corporate. When I say last mile e-commerce corporates, they are looking for vehicles. Vehicles are either procured on lease finance by these companies, or there is a model called new model which we are actively proposing. That is driver come owner model. Let us make the driver into the owner, at least in last mile connect, जैसे Flipkart, Basket, etc., Big Basket, Amazon. इसमें जो गाड़ी चलाने वाला है उसी को मालिक क्यों ना बना दिया जाए. Aggregator उसको control करता है, so that the driver works better. The aggregator earns money, the driver works less, the aggregator is not at a loss. ठीक है. The marketing fees, it's a simple acquisition business where there is a XYZ marketing fees which is paid by the driver. You know, today there is already a huge amount of joblessness, and people who are interested to enter into it are charged a very minuscule amount between 3,000 to 5,000 rupees. We evaluate them from their payback period, and they're integrated to payback for the vehicle. Typically, a vehicle costs anywhere from 65,000 to a maximum of 1,30,000 as far as is concerned. And in case it goes up to 3.5. है वो उसकी कमाई से निकल सकता है, बट बैंकर्स एंड फाइनेंसर्स वुड ऑब्वियसली इंसिस्ट ये जो है क्या बोलते हैं फुल्ली सिक्योर्ड हो. दैट मींस द व्हीकल शुड नॉट ब्रेक डाउन इन बिटवीन. एट द सेम
Sujay, your voice is breaking. Your
am I clear now?
yeah, better.
Okay. So Sorry, I just re-logged in again for the clarity. Now, this is what we have already tied up: 4 vehicles, 5 vehicles, the third one week. The advantage that you get along with e-oxygen is you can book 1 vehicle at a time. आपको स्टॉक रखने का जरूरत नहीं है. मार्जिन्स ऑब्वियसली आपके वेरी करेंगे, बट आप एक एक व्हीकल रख सकते हो. और इसमें हमारे एक ही इंसिस्टेंस है, आपको जो एक व्हीकल लगता है वो 1 या 2 व्हीकल आप डेमो में खरीदो. सो बिकॉज कस्टमर जब तक सामान देखेगा नहीं वो खरीदने वाला नहीं है. सो the low speed scooters, as you said, no license, no registration, no petrol, no pollution, which are the vehicles. The third one, which is a 3-wheel, good for handicap, for senior citizens, etc., etc. These are vehicles which are available at MRP to the customer. Obviously, our channel partner does make a cut into that. Our commitment and promise is we will ship it from whichever is the nearest factory to his town's railway station. From the railway station, he has to unload or drive the vehicle to the client place or his own location. For larger risk takers, people who believe that their profile is not fit for a smaller, service mechanic only, we have a mini store, a regular store, and a co-assembler kind of a mechanics also, which is multi-brand, but it is subject to later discussions on a one-to-one basis. This is right now not on the offering immediately, but yes, we are welcoming. Once we have around 35 to 40 players in every city that we are targeting, which is our micro franchising distribution, we can go for this. Typically, a mini store, a regular store, or a co-assembler actually feed the network. So there is no clash between the two networks. This is a whole range. I think on the screen आपको दिखेगा नहीं, इतना brands हमारे पास already tie-up में है. This is roughly around 28 vehicles across TNR, Yakuza, SES, SES सबका आपने देख लिया है. E-Ashwa, Li-ion Electric, which is very specific single vehicle, structured on a 72-volt 40Ah battery with a 2 kilowatt motor. It's a high-speed scooter utilized for delivery amongst Amazon and Big Basket. We are actively maintaining and utilizing them for our fleets for our customers' fleet in North. And we have found that after 3.5-4 years, it is working perfectly fine. The same is not true with many of our branded vehicle providers. I'll not name them out here. But yes, this is one of the most successful vehicles we have seen. We also have E-Ashwa, which is one of our partners both in the L3 segment. In L5 segment, we have obviously we are in the process of tying up with Omega CP. We are already maintaining vehicles of Kalinga Automobiles, which is a Surat-based company. Today, obviously, they have wrapped up, but they had approximately 2,000 vehicles in the market. So now, coming down to the third point, which is, 3 points हम देख चुके हैं. Sorry, this is the 4th point. 3 points are: first is servicing, second is spare sales, third is EV booking. The 4th one that we are talking about, if you have a player only for training, every franchisee is required to undergo training after sign up. Technically understanding the entire product, knowledge of EVs is a must. Product pricing and sales online, this is something that jo online मैंने लिखा, this is basically the mode of training, because right now there is a pandemic, so it is more of work from home, but yes, we can provide it offline also. The third point is marketing and sales. Obviously, we train and teach it also, but we expect you to get your own flavor how to push it across. Management of the enterprise as to how you can go about doing, because we've given so much of things under the banner at a very minuscule price that it becomes, जिसे कहते हैं बदहजमी हो सकती है. We don't want that to happen. So we will evaluate the franchisee, and basis our evaluation, we will give him a specific task. If he is successfully able to do it, only then we are going to take it across. As I told you in our previous slide, mini store, regular store co-assemblers, we are the only ones who are committing a buyback in case you are unable to sell your inventory. हम कहीं और बेच देंगे, हमको कोई टेंशन नहीं है. हमें अपने जितने भी चैनल पार्टनर्स हैं उनके प्रोडक्ट पे बहुत कॉन्फिडेंस है. But this is, as I told you, after a period where we can develop approximately 30 to 40 mini franchises, micro franchises, Coming services, as I told you, Omega Sticky, this is the vehicle that we are talking about, and we are on a very close verge of signing up. We are already signed up for services in Delhi NCR. Our pilot will be on as soon as the lockdown is over. The second area that we want to engage is the market penetration. So there are multiple services we are talking about, and this is the area of engagement that we are doing right now. Now, what should be the introductory fees? I mean, when we started off, it was 50,000. We know that there is COVID, there is a pandemic. I can see a couple of people putting up messages on the chat box. Right now, the introductory fees that we've kept is only 15,000 rupees plus GST. But it is a limited time period offer. We will be continuing with this till 15th of June, that is next month. You get approximately 4 more days this month and 15 days next. 19 days, we will maintain it at 15,000. Thereafter, it goes up to double the fees. It may cross 30,000 rupees. So this is a special incentive that we are giving because we want to enable the ecosystem for the time being. 15,000 में हम चार्ज कर रहे हैं, आप टाई अप कर सकते हैं. 16 तारीख से हमारी ट्रेनिंग चालू हो जाएगी. 16th of June is when our franchisee training starts. It is an intense training which is given online on phone. We are doing digitally. For those who can access it, it is going to be provided either in Delhi NCR, one of the locations, East Delhi, Gurgaon, or maybe Faridabad. It depends upon where and how we are getting the locations fixed up. अगर आप एक्सेस नहीं कर सकते हो तो आप फोन पे अपने वेबिनार के थ्रू इसको एक्सेस कर सकते हो. इसकी वीडियोस भी YouTube में अपलोड करेंगे. एंड thereafter, as I told you, as soon as the challenge is over, as soon as the training is over, we put it across to you for immediately retrofitting of vehicles with the mechanics. Your job is to acquire mechanics. और धंधा हम लाके देंगे, आप टेंशन मत लो. We are going to bring the business. Our business model is digital. इसकी marketing जो है, yeah, I see the hands raised. Just 2 more minutes and I will come back to you individually. Don't worry, I'll come back to you. So we are obviously giving at 15,000 rupees plus GST. 17,250 is what is our price. Now this is our account number. We are E-Oxygen Automotive Private Limited, www.eoxygen.com. If you go there, you will find all details. And guys, now I will start taking up the questions. So you can put it on your Q&A session. First and foremost, I will go with Mr. Bhargav Pad. Bhargav ji, I will answer you live here itself. Please do highlight in the past slide what is CC/DC of Paytm and Bajaj. Is the payment acceptance mode? I didn't get you. Bhargav ji, if you are there, can you put it on the chat box what exactly you want to do? What is the CC/DC of Paytm and Bajaj? You mean to say, are you talking about charges or something like that? You can put it on the chat box. I'm sorry, sir. I'll be. You meant to say that there was a column with the heading CC/DC in the product slide. Correct. It was there. These are the agencies which provide financing. As you know, these are private financing. They come at a higher rate of interest. And we are just mentioning that these are available to us. Okay. Kunal, you had some question. You can put it on the chat box, Kunal. I can see hands raised. Rishi ji, you can put it on the chat box. Yeah, please, Rishi ji, you can raise the chat, raise it and ask what exactly you are looking forward to. Rishi ji, I'm sorry, I'll be unable to make you live as far as the audio is concerned, but you can put it on the chat box, please. Okay, the question is, just a second. I have 2 locations in Gurgaon and Delhi.
Should I take 2 codes or 1? Sir, yes, you will have to take 2 codes if you are going for a low speed vehicle or a service center. Technically, all our mechanics, they are not given a location specific one as a micro franchisee. You get the location code only when you are going for a mini store, because there it is a physical store. Since the marketing is digital, you can technically sell all across the country. So you can sell in Chennai, you can sell in Mumbai, you can sell in Pune, you can sell in Delhi NCR, anywhere. Our condition is simple. We will sell in places where we have a service mechanism in place. In case it is not there, we will not be able to sell it across. Keen to start B2B and corporate selling of e-vehicles? Absolutely, sir. You are welcome. Our model is a retail and a B2B and a corporate selling also. You can drop a mail or a WhatsApp to me. You can go to our website or you can Google e-oxygen. You will find our website www.eoxygen. There is a I in the company, not Y. Emails and WhatsApp number are there. From Mr. SKMD Rajul to all panelists. Sir, how many mechanics we have to hire? You don't have to hire, sir. You have to train. The training is supported by us. You have to just give them a retrofit challenge initially to understand, make them understand. But if you are in a city like Bangalore, Hyderabad and Chennai, let me tell you one thing. If you start off with this, in next 4 years, you will be a millionaire, if not a billionaire. It is a service which people don't understand. Many people want to jump into trading. I understand it's a big value money. Turnover बहुत बड़ा दिखता है, but this business is typically like egg laying business of, if you have 100 hens, this is a business which gives you eggs, 100 eggs on a daily basis, morning and evening. So it is that kind. It is a harvesting kind of a business, grows up gradually, but explodes exponentially and completely unrepresented. OEMs are not touching this business. This is one of the easiest way of entering this business. Rajesh Soni, to all panelists, high-speed vehicle needs registration. We can sell without trade permit. Sir, you cannot sell high-speed vehicle without trade permit. It is the OEM's responsibility to get a trade permit in your state without any E-Vahan registration. In case E-Vahan registration is not there, you cannot sell. Obviously, people do tend to exploit a loophole, but typically say a Omega, Seki, or even SES coming and selling a high-speed vehicle will have to have a trade certificate. Typically what happens, it is distributed. Suppose they are able to get a trade certificate and registration of their own. Dealer can utilize that in case he doesn't have of its own. But many dealers, once they get volumes, they insist on doing a trade certificate of their own because it is a hassle utilizing someone else's TC as well as E-Vahan login. So it is required to do your registration, your trade certificate of your own once you reach the volumes. Till such time, you can utilize that of the parent company. Any more questions, sir? Is there any charges for mechanics training? This is a question from Mr. MD Rahul Raijul again. No, there is no charge for training a mechanic. We are here for micro distribution and development of the ecosystem. So all our videos are available for free. All our training is available for free. We run these trainings regularly every fortnight. I personally, I am going to train till September to October. हम लोग अंग्रेजी और हिंदी दोनों में करते हैं. हमारी कोशिश ये है कि साउथ में स्पेशली बैंगलोर, हैदराबाद एंड चेन्नई to get local or vernacular training, but that is at a second phase. Immediately जो है हमारे पास अंग्रेजी और हिंदी में training है, and these are live support also. In your multi-brand list, notice that there is some manufacturer like Okinawa Hero Pure EV missing. Yes, sir, they are missing because Okinawa Hero Pure EV are not making vehicles to the extent and quality that we would ideally like to. They are spending too much of money and in marketing. The quality, as you know, is dependent upon their Chinese sources that they bring across. Obviously, they are trying localization, but as we know, Hero is one of the oldest, Hero Electric is oldest vendor as far as this business is concerned. They have been into the market since 2008. Still, they have not shifted over to Indian procurement. We already have manufacturers in Ludhiana, in Maharashtra, Satara, Sangli, Pune, and down south Coimbatore, who have started making chases and bodies. So we strongly believe Indian road conditions, you require that Indian. So braking mechanism, tire, chases needs to be Indian. You know, I don't mind spending 10-15,000 extra for life and longevity of the structure. You know, many people say, "भाई battery technology नया है तो क्या करेंगे?" Battery technology आपका depend करता है आपके vehicle की sturdiness पे. If vehicle is not mechanically sturdy, it will break up. Whatever servicing that we have been doing for the past 2 years, your 60 to 70% expense is happening on the mechanical side, not the battery, not the motor, not the controller. Yes, accelerator is one area which definitely needs servicing and replacement. Sir, how will, एक minute, just a second, sir. Bharat part 2. Sir, how will the royalty structure of this ecosystem work? For example, in this ecosystem, if you have 8 brands, hence if we get relevant orders of any, is the split structure in place already? Yes, Bhargav ji, very much it is there. You will not make the similar kind of margin had you stocked that material and kept it. So bulk bookings will obviously get you the margins. The margins are standard. उसमें ऊपर नीचे कुछ नहीं है. हमको OEM fixed price देता है. If you are selling it one by one, the margin structure changes. It is more like a telecom structure. When you are selling SIM card and we ship it to your station. But suppose you want to go in for a bulk booking where you say, boss, I will start stocking 15 to 20. You will realize over a period of time which vehicle is selling, which vehicle isn't selling. So, the core components which are required to start making those sales of the vehicles is very simple. You require financing because without auto financing ये गाड़ी बिकेगा नहीं, चाहे 40,000 45,000 का हो या 1.5 लाख का गाड़ी हो या 4 लाख का गाड़ी हो. Without automobile financing it will not sell because it's a nascent structure. The rate of interest is pretty high. We are trying to crack that with OEMs as well as with government agencies. So we have the royalty structure which is split. But as I told you, there is a marketing fees also. You can utilize these vehicles to be given across to Big Basket, Flipkart, and those guys are looking very much for people who bring their own vehicles. Driver को advantage ये है कि उसको permanent job मिल जाता है. You can either be a high-paying job and be chucked out the moment the business is low, or you can be on a normal paying job and ensure continuity and conductivity. Typically, when a vehicle is driven by a driver who owns it, he takes better care of it. Maintenance is far better. If you are giving it to an employee, that is the same structure that you want to work in. The capability of a driver as a employee is not that great to service that. He doesn't see the vehicle as his own. Also, you are also working on any kind of standardization batteries to work closely on a swapping model. Sir, currently we are already approached Mr. Maini's company, which is Sun Mobility, to tie up along with us. We are looking at either aggregated charging points because we have been working for the last 2 years. We know that everybody coming in the market, वो 80 kilometer या 90 kilometer, 100 kilometer का दे रहा है. One scooter that we saw gives 120 kilometers, but the cost is 1,06,000. It's a low speed scooter. So similar kind of scooter in high speed would not cost you less than 1,80,000, which can give you 160 to 200 kilometers. But that kind of cost has to be borne. Apparently, either you can have an intermittent charging point where you can stay behind for 2 hours, charge your battery for a short fill up, and then move ahead. So those are, micro charging points where the charging point or a metering point costs hardly 3,000 rupees. It can be easily controlled through a IoT, Internet of Things device with an internet connection, and it can be connected to a pan wala guy, to a retail showroom, to a pan shop. It is a slow charger, it is a AC charger, and it is something which you can control utilizing an app on your phone, on a smartphone. What is the IP rating of BLDC motor? How good it can survive? Sir, I think this is for the manufacturer. So, Yogesh sir, are you there? Yogesh sir.
Yes, yes.
Sir, IP rating क्या है आपका? What is the IP rating of your BLDC motors? And I'll pose the same question to Dev sir also.
I think so. It's a 57.
IP rating, IP57.
Yeah.
Is IP65 the best? Because I have seen certain
IP. Let me tell you, motor cannot be IP65.
Okay.
As of now, nobody is supplying with the IP65 rating. The reason behind this is there is a oil seal you can see. If you want to make it more of means intact, then you have to have a double oil seal and all. That technology is a little different, but
Okay.
right now nobody using above that 57, 58.
IP65 is not there in the market.
No, that is for the batteries and all, it's there, but for the motor, it's not there. What I have the understanding, maybe for
Okay.
the e-rickshaw, I don't know. I don't have the idea, but for the two-wheeler, I can say.
So for two-wheelers, when you say IP57, that is what you stated, right, sir?
57, 58, yeah, like this only.
Right. So can you tell me what does this signify? What does 5 signify? What does 7 or 8 signify?
No, it's not that. It's a rating number where the water penetration is there. Means in 65,
Okay.
you can say that there is no, there will be a little water penetration. Means if you
Okay.
directly hit the water on the space where the ceilings are there, the water may go a little inside. Whereas
Okay.
in 67, you dip it also, it will not go. So this is how the things work. Now
So
the same thing.
you are using IP67.
No. We are using
Sorry.
57, 58, not 67.
Sorry,
67 does
58.
not
So
come with the motor. Yeah. And
no
in
issues. No
57,
issues.
58, yeah, let
Hmm.
me explain you. 57 means in this case, if you run your bike in the water also, nothing happens. But if you leave the bike for 2, 3 hours, 4 hours, the water is, means you can say it's a drowned in the water, then the water will go inside.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
So typically, sir, I'm coming back to you. Sir, Dev, sir, would you like to also take this question? What is the IP rating of motors utilized in Omega CK?
Yeah, we are using IP67, and
Okay.
this is actually 67 is it signifies the degree of protection against the first number shows the degree of protection against contact of human body or solid objects,
Dust.
and second number is
Dust.
against the ingress of water and
Okay.
dust, etc. So after this is certified against 67.
Okay. So Omega CK uses IP67. Sir, any details you would like to share about the motor also? Because my understanding is Omega CK is utilizing motor from eViria Mobility.
Yeah, Veera Mobility is our we buy the complete powertrain from them. We don't buy motors, but it is a complete system that we buy from them: motor,
Okay.
controller, and the gearbox and drive units. So it's a completely integrated system that we have developed with them. Yeah, and motor and controller, as you know, are the critical elements of this whole unit. That okay?
Hello. 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 Am I audible? Hello.
Yeah, we can hear.
Yes, some issues on connectivity I am having. Just give me a second. Okay. No, Kunal, there is audio. I just lost the chat intermittently due to internet connectivity. Now, I guess the presentation, is it visible? Is the presentation visible, my dear friend? No, I don't think so. The presentation would be visible. Just allow me to log in once more.
We can see only one screen. That is about the joining screen.
Okay. Omega is using, guys, you can just put in your chat against, I'm sorry, I lost the previous link, some net connectivity issue out here. So you can post your queries again. I can see from Rajesh Soni to all panelists, Omega is using BLDC motors. I believe, yes, it's a 4.x kilowatt BLDC motor. Okay. Guys, can you put it on the chat itself? Again, once more, your question. Yeah, Abhishek. Hello, Sujoyji. Any plans to add EV charging stations in the multi-brand sale? Yes, sir. We are coming out with a micro distribution. As I told you, micro distribution is our की फोर्टे उसमें हम लोग 3,000 या 3,500 का एक एसी चार्जिंग पॉइंट ला रहे हैं जो आप स्ट्रेट अवे प्लग कर सकते हैं. इट इज मोर ऑफ अ मेजरिंग डिवाइस. इट्स अ स्लो चार्जिंग पॉइंट, स्लो चार्जिंग स्टेशन. आप किसी भी बिल्डिंग में लगा सकते हो, किसी पान वाले के वहां लगा सकते हो. आई विल शेयर इट. There are 3 companies which have brought out, and we are going to bring a model of margin sharing with our channel partners or franchises. It's as low as 3,000 with margins built into it. So as and when franchisees start signing up, we will start sharing that. It's a plug and play. आप डायरेक्ट करंट कितना जा रहा है उसमें वोल्टेज मेजर कर सकते हो, and the owner can be paid. The payment happens through a app linked with a Paytm or some kind of a wallet. Training details, please, Mr. RK MD Rajul. Training details, please. Duration, time, and certification. Sir, this is a practical training, so certification comes. We are tied up with DIY Guru. DIY Guru is essentially the only online authorized university for electric vehicle certifications by AICTE. They do it only online. बट अगर आप पूरा कोर्स करोगे तो 40,000 का कोर्स है, वो हम लोग नहीं करा रहे हैं. दैट्स अ सर्टिफिकेशन कोर्स. Ours is practical, where we first give you the entire PPT based explanation of a particular vehicle, the motors, the controllers, connectivity. Once you have connected and collected your mechanics, then we send across a kit, which is a procured kit from our franchisee end for trial testing purpose. Once you reach that and you get the confidence, you are fit for starting the servicing with those mechanics. So that is the basic elementary certification. On the training side, then we have detailed courses on motor, which includes winding and changing of all sensors, detailed courses on battery, where we are tied up with Ziptrax. Ziptrax provides us the authorization for auditing of lithium batteries. But ये बहुत ही गहरे courses है. हमारा focus training में mechanical side को service करने का, because those are 80 to 90% of the requirements, followed by electrical availability, because ये बिजली का गाड़ी है. So it is more on a practical side. क्योंकि आपको भी सर 200, 400, 300 रुपया ही मिलने वाला है सर्विसिंग का, आपको कोई 2-4 हजार नहीं देगा. So we try to fit it that way. Is the battery swapping technology is also there in your future plan like Gogoro? This is Ravi to all panelists. Sir, Gogoro is more specialized. They do it neatly packed. हम लोग हिंदुस्तानी तरीके से करते हैं, जो कि देसी तरीका है. The box is there, which is strong enough to keep the battery. What we have found out is standardization is an issue right now in the market. So we do not want that activity to be hampered. That's the reason why every box for every vehicle is standardized to them. It is not standardized as a universal box. But yes, we have that. Reefer 3 wheels by Omega. Please explain the product. This is from Rajesh Soni. Reefer नहीं है sir, वो refrigerator है. It is a refrigerator which can be utilized for vaccine transportation. You are right. Sir, would you like, Deb sir, would you like to answer on this? This is your area. Deb sir, are you there? Hello. Hello. Saket, I think I am not audible if I am not
No,
wrong.
now you are audible.
Okay. Rajesh ji, आपने question पूछा था reefer three-wheeler by Omega. Please explain the product. Dev sir, if you are there, you can explain. Dev sir has left, I think, or disconnected. I guess we are facing some issues on the net side right now. So any questions further on, I am available on the portal. I am available. I am putting on the chat my WhatsApp number. You can feel to answer or WhatsApp the question onto this mobile number that I have shared. I am also sharing my email ID, sujoy@e